This episode of the Stickers and Scuffs podcast is in partnership with Ladies of the Oval. Ladies of the Oval came into existence in 2017. It is a community of support for female racers, not only in Ontario, but now nationwide. Their social media showcases female racers across the country in all divisions and all classes. Ladies of the Oval gives out sponsorships to women in racing that is funded by merchandise sales. Follow them on social media to see spotlights of the female racers, upcoming sponsorships, and to find out how you can get involved and stay connected.
You can support the Ladies of the Oval by purchasing your decal or race calendar for 2023 that features some of the ladies that race across this great country. You can follow the Ladies of the Oval on social media via their Facebook page or Instagram page. Just search Ladies of the Oval.
What's happening, everybody? We're back with another episode of our Ladies Month presented by Ladies of the Oval, and we are excited to have driver. Oh, there's Cam with the product shot, Ladies of the Oval calendar. You can still get yours. Hit them up on Facebook and Instagram, Ladies of the Oval. We have Ms. January, driver the number 17 Maverick Real Estate Bone Stock, Jen Hatch, and standing in, this is where we've had to recast. This is something different for us. Playing the part of Hailey McNicol tonight is her dad, Kenny McNicol.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Welcome in, Kenny. We've never had to do a recast before, so this is kind of a new thing for us here. This is a little bit Hollywood, but here we go.
Yeah, so Hailey apologizes. She had to go into work tonight. So when you are 16 years old and own a car, a truck, and another car, you have to go to work to pay for all those vehicles.
You know what?
Right.
Yeah.
That's right. That's exactly what happens.
That's right. I said, I think you are the only 16-year-old that I know of that literally owns 3 of your own vehicles, like not even including her race car.
That's awesome, though. I mean, talk about incentive to get out there and earn it, right? I mean,
That's right.
That's my 14-year-old son was just talking today that he wants a job, like a paying job. He's been cutting grass for cash here and there, but he wants to go to work. So it's nice to have the kids in the household that want to go out there and earn it. So that's super cool. So maybe we'll lead in with that. Well, Kenny's with us. Talk about having a daughter who's a racer and that owns 3 vehicles and is out there motivated to work, because I mean, if she's got to miss the podcast, I mean, we got to respect the fact that she's out there working.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. It's she's a very mature girl, I guess you could say, and very driven when it comes to racing and vehicles. She loves everything to do with them.
That's awesome. I mean, I didn't get to really socialize too much with you guys at Humberstone when we were doing the Legends thing this summer, but I didn't know Hailey was 16 years old. I thought she was just a tinier person. So I mean, she does see
12.
Yeah, she's very short for her age, but I'm surprised she didn't talk your ear off, to be honest.
The point of it all is that she did come across very mature for her age, and so that's good on her for being out there and earning it.
No, super proud of her. She's won a bone stock championship. She's been racing since she was 6.
Yeah.
So, and again, she's my bonus child, I call her. So
Nice.
I've only got to have, be part of her life for the last 4 years per se. I knew them obviously way before that, but wow, motivated. She can definitely put you in some awe moments. Like she's just one of those kids. Like this morning, I was leaving the house at 7, and she had already left the house for band practice. Her boyfriend Jimmy stayed over last night because they played volleyball late last night, and so he was gone already. Like, not many parents can say that by 7 a.m. when I left for work, the house had emptied out. Wow. Like the kids were gone. My son is a hockey player, and so he stayed in London last night after that, and like it's pretty crazy.
You got a house full of go-getters.
No, we really do. We're super lucky. We never have to. Motivating them would be. We don't have to do that.
I don't think you do.
No.
Money motivates them pretty well. They like making money.
The almighty dollar.
Yeah.
But
they
you
like
guys
spending it too.
Oh yeah. No, I should say, so Zach, motivation was very in the toilet today because apparently he spent most of the night at the toilet last night because they are, Stratford Warriors are 18 games straight, 17,
Yeah.
17 or 18 games straight on a winning streak.
I saw that.
So they were all celebrating a little too much last night. So Zach's motivation was in bed today.
He was a little late for work this morning.
He was late for work and then didn't work very well for 4 or 5 hours. And
hair of the dog.
Yeah. So.
You guys are also a racing family while you're here too. Talk about that. You guys kind of own somewhat of a unique record. You're the whole fam jam.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you want to
Oh, you go ahead.
So this year we did make Canadian motorsports history as a family. Nowhere documented anyways in all of Canada, quite honestly, not just Ontario, but all of Canada. We couldn't find where a mom, son, dad, daughter combo raced. And we did do that at Flamborough Speedway this past summer in our legend cars. So that was pretty cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
So who beat who?
I don't want to talk about it. Actually, so Kenny beat everybody. He was second or third.
Yeah.
Second or third. And then Hailey finished 14th. Zach finished 15th. And I finished like 20 laps down with a broken
rear axle.
Rear gear, sorry.
That's what I like talking about in my heat race with you guys. I got a top 5 because the 6th car retired, so it worked out not bad. My first career top 5.
Word it however you need to.
Yeah, I mean, what's interesting too is that you guys kind of race all over. You do different tracks, different types of cars as well. So you got involved in the Great Lakes Legend Series this past year. We'll talk about that and how that all came together.
So that actually was all Kenny. So
that all started just a phone call from Frank and
from Quick
Dean,
Frank
from Quick there and Dean Outhouse. Those guys put it together for me. They were looking for a driver to fill in for the night, and I happened to be available. And
one championship later, he's still available.
We're going to do it again this year, so it should be another good year.
Well, Jen, are you going back? You got to go in the Legend again, right?
Yeah, so the whole point of it'd be lovely for us all to race Legends every weekend because I do love them. I mean, if you've never raced a Legend, it's definitely on your bucket list to try. But horsepower versus weight of the car, these things are rockets. And
You're telling me.
Yeah, you did it. So they're sketchy little rockets that in a second you could be facing any which way but north. And quite honestly, just a thrill. I have literally raced in pretty much every class there is. I've owned late models, hobby cars. I've had pro late. I've had, oh gosh, I don't even know. I've had everything, honestly. I've raced everything pretty much, except for an open wheel modified. Didn't do that, but I did do the hobby cars, the vintage modifieds. And the legend cars by far are so much of a testament to your driving skill and style. If you can race a legend, you can race anything. And we've told the kids that, like, if you can master the legends cars, you can go race anything. We think. Just Kenny has even said how it improved him in his super stock, just his car control and whatever. So having said that, I would love to, and I probably will. We do have a couple of extra ones. So I might bring it at maybe the road course. I really enjoyed dirt. I'd love to try it on the dirt course because I didn't get to do the dirt race. But overall, I think what we're going to try and do is run Big Booty Judy. I think we're going to run Big Booty Judy Friday nights at Delaware. Every Friday night at Delaware that they're there. Then we'll put Big Booty away for the weekend and we'll head off and I will just help the fam jam in the legends. Like people need, we need extra hands to check seatbelts and all that stuff. And I can't do that when I'm in my own car. It was really difficult that night. We all tried to race, but honestly, that was a bit
hectic. Very hectic.
Yeah, too much.
Especially when we're all back to back or something like that.
We're all in the same race. Like who's doing your seatbelts? Who's doing my seatbelts? Because the kids come with significant others. We are each other's significant others, so it doesn't help. So
I can imagine that would be nuts.
I will be in it though, for sure, at some point.
Yeah, those cars. I mean, do you use? I saw that there's left and right foot brakes in those legend cars, like a tractor. That's where I get left and right foot brake. Do you guys have that? Like, do you use that? Yeah. Oh my God, I can't. Like, I was keeping my feet so damn busy when we didn't really get practice. So like once we took the green, that's when I looped it around there when I was just trying to figure out how much power I had at my disposal. And as you said, I mean, the power to weight and the short little wheelbase and the quick steering. I mean, you got to be all over that steering wheel at all times. I mean, it was an experience I'll never forget, but what's it like to run those week to week and keep up and maintain them?
The maintenance part of it's not terrible. You do your regular maintenance checks. The kids, they take care of all their own.
I was just gonna say, wait a second. It's not an easy dad at all. Like if those kids want those cars to go to the racetracks, they do all the maintenance on their own cars.
Perfect.
Yeah, they do their maintenance. They change their own gears. They set their brakes. We're scaling the car. They're there doing it. So. But it's not much different than any other car. It's actually, I would say, likely a little bit less work than some of the bigger cars. It's just easier to manage a smaller car, obviously. And you can put two cars in one trailer, which is nice.
Yeah, that
nice.
Helps. I got away from my original question there. What's it like tap dancing on the left and right brakes?
Well, that brake is actually, it's all tied together. It's one pedal still at the end of the day, but
so it is still pinned as one.
Yeah, the biggest reason for that is because the steering column goes right down through the center of it. And you can't really get back and forth across and fast enough to get to. That's why the reason for the double brake pedal.
Gotcha. There we go. See, I drove it and I didn't even know that. Yeah. Like trying to learn and I'll figure all that stuff. I'm like, you guys like brake steering around corners? Like, okay.
It is. It's a really good thing. It's a really good. At first, it was really tough on me too because I was like, I do 2 foot anyways, but at the same time, like if you're in one of those Legends cars, if you're spinning, it's really a good practice to be able to get the clutch in and the brake on at the same time, because if you roll backwards in one of those, it breaks the starter motor off.
Right. Yeah.
So you don't want to. And then if you stall it, a lot of times you have to hit the power switch on, back off to kind of reset it and then start it. So say you're trying to get out of the way for them coming in hot, like you're trying to get that thing started. So if you don't stall it and you can just roll out, then that's huge. That's less panic mode.
It happens fast.
Oh, yeah.
It does happen fast.
I did most of the time. I just hold to the floor and just go right around. And
Yeah. There's probably 2 or 3 videos out there of Kenny wiping out and not even losing a spot. If he did lose a spot, he'd lost like 2. Like, it's crazy.
I don't think I lost a spot either, but I think I was shotgun on the fields.
I was gonna say, Graydon, yeah. I think you kind of were back there.
Same stat, but just different running position. Yeah.
Just as impressive, though. I think it was just as impressive.
You said, it's all in the terminology.
Yeah, exactly. I'm curious, Jen, how you got into racing.
Mm-hmm.
So my dad actually raced for years and years. John Jarvis. He ran a street stock at Flamborough, and he ran a hobby car for a long time as well. And then I got into it actually with an ex-boyfriend, Jeff, and he had built a car, and we took it to the track, and it was meant for him to drive, not me. And somehow I ended up in it and doing really well with it, and we finished pretty high up in points. And I think maybe one of the years we got Rookie of the Year. We finished really good in the points anyway, so we kept going from there. And then I ended up hooked up with Lucas Oil. So that was awesome. And I ran 10 or 11 seasons as a fully sponsored driver. So lucky to have had that opportunity with Don Baker. And not a lot of people can say that, I know. And so eternally grateful for that run, for sure. And I had 3 kids in there. And so, but this is my 30th year. I started in 1993 and it's now 2023. So this will be my 30th year.
Well, that's we don't get a lot of that. You don't get a lot of that here in Canada, right? 30 years is not something that you see. Because you've talked about this 30 years. How different is it from when you started?
Well, I mean, the one nice thing, I mean, there was definitely, and loved them all. Like, there was some ladies back in the day, maybe just previous to me, like, we had Sharon Zardo and, Linda Dean, Fireball Dean, she raced for a long time. And Sharon Yost, and I raced with Samantha Jansen. So there was some ladies racing, but nothing like now. Now, you could have 5 of us in a feature. Mm-hmm. And so that's really amazing to see. I'm 50 now. I'm an old girl. And to see all these young girls, like Hailey being 16 in a legend car, like that's crazy. And just, going to the track and seeing 25% of us, have pink on.
Well, that's exactly it, right? And we one thing that we can say about the bone stocks, I mean, the Delaware bone stocks, which you're going to run in, I think that we're double digits in terms of how many women are in those events, and like every week they're racing. I mean, you have a really good field of drivers out there, and now you've got younger drivers coming in. We're going to have Layla Walzer on the podcast next week, and up and coming young racer Reese Bourgeois winning the championship out at Flamborough in the bone stocks, right?
Me and Reese have a history. We had a chat one day, and she came alive the very next weekend, and her mom blames me. That's okay.
We might have to tail back to that story.
Yeah, that's story. It's an awesome story, actually. Yeah. So someday that's a good story too. I feel totally blessed to be in a situation where at 50, almost 51, I'll be heading back to the track in one of my own cars, if not two cars potentially. We still have a super stock around here, like that. Hopefully we can finally convince Kenny to rebuild, and after getting destroyed.
Yes.
3 great Canadians back to back. Like, nobody's ever done that since or before. The man's a legend, and that's no pun intended. We actually made him a shirt with a legend car on it this year that said "Man, the Myth, the Legend." And,
so I'm wearing that.
Yeah. Exactly. So, I'm just so super thankful for everything I have in my life, because, I mean, I think this is probably my last year. I've said that before, and I've retired for a year or two, and then had a really good opportunity and went back again. but I've decided to just keep Big Booty Judy because I love her. She's amazing, and she's kept me safe at a few little incidences we've had. And like one night, one of the Scarrett girls almost landed on the back of my car, like literally by millimeters. She missed me, and that's kind of where my heart is right now. I'm not out there to win anything, quite honestly. I'm just to have fun and just enjoy my life and have my little adrenaline rush. And Kenny is allowing me to do that, and by helping me, like I don't look after my cars anymore. I got 2 jobs and kids and grandkids and dogs, and I don't have enough time. So Kenny works on my car for me, and he gets it to the track and makes sure I'm good, and I'm forever grateful for that. So it probably is my last year. Hey, 30 years, what a great run. I'll probably jump in here and there, but I don't think I'll be doing a full season ever again after this year. And so thank you so much for having me on, because this could be like my farewell tour.
Well, if it is, it's a cool way to go out. But I mean, yeah, you're not going to be like done. You got to jump in once in a while here and there. I mean, I totally understand when you say that you're there just for the adrenaline rush. That's all I ever wanted to, is just to feel that feeling and just like, just be so pumped to give it all you got to go as fast as you can around that, like whatever track you're running on. And you've run, as you said, a ton of different vehicles, and life takes the path that it takes. What's it like to have the relationship and a household with fellow racers? And it's got to be like the coolest kind of support group, but also sometimes if you're in that
no matter what we're doing.
Oh, a game of Clue can go so bad so fast in this house.
That's what I was going for. You guys read my mind, because we're a competitive family too. I mean, you guys are beating and banging on the track, but then you start playing board games or like Mario Kart, like you get that red shell, you're going to snipe that whoever it is in front of you, right?
like we have a pool, so they play that game where they're on each other's like shoulders and they're trying to drown each other. That gets aggressive. Like everything gets aggressive. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And we always have some pretty good parties here in Kennyville too, and we always play lots of drinking games. Can I say that? We have lots of drinking with all the kids and their friends, and we get the hockey players over, and we get anyways, it's so much fun, and they all get along so well. Like if you ever saw our family as a whole out somewhere, you would never know that it's a blended mix at any time. My kids straight up, Hailey's their sister. They'd go to bat for her. They'd drop the gloves for her. They all fit in together very well.
My wife and her sister, it's a blended family anyways, and there's no step allowed in the vocabulary. They're all brother and sisters. It's a great family atmosphere. It's a big family too. So when everybody gets together for Christmas or some sort of a party, it's always a great time. And like you say, you can't tell blended family from blood, and that's all that matters. I mean, everybody's there for one another, and especially when you're racing too, you want to beat each other if you're racing each other, but you still got each other's back.
Well, Zach only had one bad crash. No, so Hailey started racing when she was 6. Zach's only been a couple years. He started out in a bone stock for a year, and we took him straight to legend cars. So the kid's got a huge learning curve to go here. But, he only had one bad crash last year, and it was at Sobel, and he hit his sister, Hailey.
Really?
Yeah, straight over the back tire, up in the air, lands on the wall, takes the whole front of the right side of the car off. So, yeah, the only one bad crash, and it happened to be with her. So it is what it is. But anyways, no, I mean, again, just so super lucky and so super thankful that all of our and my oldest daughter, although she's not into racing with us, She's actually part of the directors for the springless,
Yes.
the OTS, so the Ontario Traditional Sprints, so the wingless.
Oh, cool.
So she helps run that division. Like, so they're all involved in some way.
That's awesome.
We did give her a bone stock for Christmas 2 years ago.
Yeah.
2 years ago we gave her a bone stock for Christmas, and they haven't.
That's a hell of a good Christmas gift.
Yeah, geez.
They haven't had it out yet, but they'll get there.
Well, I'm curious then, Jen. As somebody that just recently started racing, Graydon, has some experience out in the legend car, some experience in an outlaw midget. But let's say he wants to get into the bone stock. What type of advice would you give to somebody like him on what it's like to drive, especially in those huge fields at Delaware Speedway?
So I only got to run a few races at Delaware last year because then we chose to, which was at the very beginning of the season. And then I kind of put that away and I followed the kids up to Sauble. So I ran the combined fours up there, picked up a couple wins up there, which was super sweet. And so I only got a couple of races at Delaware, but to be quite blunt, it's a shit show. Yeah. Like 42 cars, like just a mind bending, right? Like you're to make the A. And I'm hoping they change their strategy a little bit with the bone stocks this year, because I'd like to see maybe an A and a B, et cetera. They did run a B the one night that I was there. I don't know. They changed their formula a few times last year. I was very confused every night on what we were going to do. But anyways, having said that, I mean, it's fast. Like you don't want to be crashing at Delaware. That she's big, she's fast. Like, so, and they're batshit. I'm not even gonna lie. Like those guys are crazy. Like I remember we started in a heat race. I started on pole, and before I had got through the corner, first turn, the guy that started last passed me. How does that even happen? Like he had to have come in hot. I never rewatched it. I should, now that I bring that back up. He must have been just like flat out when he caught the back of the field.
Like Wile E. Coyote strapped to an Acme rocket.
So fast and so unexpectedly, like it actually, I was like, so it's going to be fun. I mean, it's going to be a blast. It's going to be hard to be really competitive there. We're doing our research because we're not competitive there. My car didn't even remotely hit how fast we need to be there. So we're doing our research, talking to some folks on what we need to do to get there. Wink, wink. And we'll see what we can do. I mean, I want to be competitive and I want to be up front and I want my name announced on Rogers TV. I picked up a couple new sponsorships this year, so I'm really excited to bring them on board. We've got asked to be in the Sauble Speedway corral at the Motorama. So we've got the car getting a beautiful new wrap put on it. And of course it's going to have pink and some sparkle. And so when the kids are going up there, I'll be definitely taking Big Booty up there to run the combined fours again up there as well. So on those nights that works. And but my car was real good proof that combined fours work. At Delaware, that sucker, she could not keep up. Changing out tires to the Hoosiers? Falcons. That's why I have Kenny. Putting the Falcons
right on, crew chief.
Yeah, that's right. And taking it up to Sauble and picking up some wins and being very competitive, like tons of seconds, like just and really battling for those second positions, trying to get to the first. So that's huge proof that any four-cylinder can go up there and compete at Sauble. And that was a great program. I really suggest it for anybody who hasn't tried it to run up there. So I'm going to work with John Carley and take my car down for that. Kenny's Legend car, which is actually owned by Dan Rouse Motorsports, will be in the Great Lakes booth at Motorama as well. And Kenny, of course, will be there getting his on the Saturday night for the championship night.
Awesome.
So that's huge. And Kenny actually will be revealing a new number because we're going to be doing a cool thing with the Great Lakes Legends. So all champions will be running the 1. So anybody watching.
Ooh.
Yeah, this is cool.
I like that.
This is groundbreaking information right here. Right?
Love it.
So he's going to be running the number 1 this year. And then next year, if somebody knocks him off his pedestal, they'll be running number 1 and so forth and so forth. So the whole premises behind that is the fans will know immediately who your champion was the previous year.
That's a good
Very
idea.
cool. I love it.
Super cool.
Yeah, I love
Old school F1
I
style.
hope you run number 1 again the following year.
Understandable.
And my daughter kind of stole my number, so.
Yeah, I love it. Hurt. And then
Yeah, Succession's cool though too. You got the Junior McNicol running dad's car.
right.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Exactly. So all in all, I think we're going to have a fantastic 2023. It's going to be every weekend travel.
Yeah, putting the old miles on.
I think we can't wrap the podcast up without hearing the story behind the name of Big Booty Judy, because I think that's one of the best race car names I've ever heard.
So we name
maybe since Herbie.
Yeah, maybe.
So we name all of our cars. Kenny has a bubble coupe that he's building, and that of course is Herbie because it's a bubble coupe.
Nice.
And Hailey's bone stock was Brutus.
And
then right, so Brutus, and then Big Booty Judy, that was my son. Can you get those dogs? Then Big Booty Judy got named by my son because she's a cobalt and she's got a big booty. Right? So she's got a big booty in the back, so he named her Big Booty Judy. And it just rolled and it stuck, and she is Big Booty. And
That's gold.
Hailey's legend card this year is Boris.
Yeah.
And it does say Boris the Love Hammer. Anyways, that's what it says. And then Zach's legend car is Becky.
Oh man.
Oh my god. So good.
I think everybody needs to name cars, man. That's
it's
fantastic.
hilarious. People come to our shop, and again, if you guys want to do a shop tour, by all means, like we have a really cool race shop here with a couple hoists and a big trophy area, and so you guys are more than welcome to come visit us at any point. And we have a big whiteboard, and on the whiteboard is Boris, Big Booty Judy. Anyway, it's funny, and like everything that needs to be done. And like I said, Kenny is like everybody's got to do their own thing. And so also what I'd like to say too is if you guys are at Delaware, I know that the dirt track may have left a little good taste in your mouth there with the legend car. So I'd be more than willing to let you rip Big Booty around Delaware under some practice laps.
Well. Oh my god, that'd be super cool. I would.
I think Graydon Bunn and Booty Judy is a good idea.
Yeah.
Some junk in the trunk's all right by me.
Yeah. So Graydon, I know Kenny just sent you a TikTok we did, which is hilarious. It's actually, there's a song that actually says Big Booty Judy in it, and it's me rolling Big Booty down our street. So you'll have to check out that TikTok. It's pretty
awesome.
Hilarious. Okay.
Oh my god, I'm thank you. That's super cool.
Because he's going to be at a loss for words, I'm going to wrap us up. But Jen, this is awesome. I mean, we're so happy to have women in motorsports, and this is obviously we really want to continue.
Yeah, that's where I was going with it.
Yeah,
before
I'm sure.
I start,
absolutely.
Some onions down here, dust
just,
or
just
something.
Watering out the eyes just a little bit. Obviously, we want people to be able to follow along with you guys. I'm sure you guys have some social media and to follow along with your race team, and you have some amazing partners that have been able to get you to the racetrack each and every week. So this is a moment for you to shout them out,
including Ladies of the Oval. I'm just going to throw it in there while I'm
absolutely
toweling off.
The Ladies of the Oval. Oh my God, those the work they do to help promote all of us ladies. The calendar, so easy to sell because people want them, people love them. So easy to sell them. And the only sad part is I'm January, so I'm almost old news already. Which, hey, it happens. My one daughter, I haven't even seen her for Christmas yet, so she hasn't even got her calendar, and it's over. But that's all right. Anyways, so having said that, and honestly, we have. I don't even know where to start. We have our social media page, which is McNicol Motorsports on Facebook. We all have our own like TikToks and stuff, and the crap we do is ridiculous. You should follow. We could have a TV show. I don't doubt that for a second. Anyways, so we've got Dan Russ, obviously Dan Russ Motorsports, and we have McNicol Motorsports, obviously, and Jennifer Hatch Maverick is on our cars, but we have Auto Fusion Towing, K&K Towing. We have Robson Scrap Metal. We have St. Mary's Ford for the first time this year, which is amazing, going on Kenny's little coupe there. I don't know, JMB Recycling. I don't even think about this, quite honestly. I'm terrible at that part. Used to be so good at this part. But anyways, so everybody knows that we love them, and we're in close contact with all of our sponsors. So,
well, Jen, I don't know if old GB is have the waterworks dispelled and we're okay to continue, or but
no,
on behalf of the Stickers and Scuffs podcast, we want to thank you for coming on with Kenny and Kenny as Hailey.
Yes.
That was obviously we've been waiting on this one. We weren't expecting to do a ladies of the month ladies of the Oval month, but we absolutely love this program as well, and it's getting us familiar with some of the great racers, yourself included in that. So thank you for coming on with us and chatting today.
Thank you so much, guys. We do appreciate it. Every little shout out helps, although, I wasn't really prepared for that. Anyways, every little shout out helps, and we're off to curling.
Awesome.
Yay. No.
Well, yeah, go get them. And yeah, as Cam said, we can't thank you enough for your time, and Kenny too, playing the role of Hailey tonight. And for everything, we totally appreciate it. And it's this, my face hurts from smiling. I knew this was going to be a good time, and you guys definitely delivered. We'll definitely have to pay a visit to Kennyville sometime.
Absolutely, you're more than welcome. Anytime.
Thanks, Jen. Thanks,
Jennifer
Kenny.
Jennifer Hatch and Kenny McNicol on the Stickers and Scuffs podcast.